Hey guys, welcome back to the M&M podcast. I'm Mano and I'm here with...
Greenberg Gaming. What's up, guys?
What's up? So we got two stories for you today. One is about a guy named Robert Durst, and the other is about Modern Warfare 2 possibly being remastered, which is just a rumor. But without further ado, we're going to get into things, and Mike is going to tell us about Robert Durst.
Okay, so it starts back in 1982. Durst's first wife, Kathy McCormick, disappeared in mysterious circumstances. That's just the beginning of it. So Durst, he says he puts his wife on the train, and that was the last he ever saw of her, which is pretty suspicious. I mean...
Yeah, something's up.
No one really ever knows. No one really ever found out what happened to her. So fast forward to 2000, and the New York Police Department reopened the murder investigation of Kathy McCormick, his wife. So then there's Susan Berman, and she's like a longtime friend of Durst, and she was killed mysteriously also, execution style.
A little bit more suspicion there.
A little bit more. And why it's so suspicious is that it was believed that she had knowledge about Kathy's death, and she was like a witness. You know, she was gonna like come out and say what she knew, and then she ends up dead. So obviously not good for Durst again.
Yeah.
So to get out of that, he goes, "Let me move to Galveston, Texas, and pose as a mute woman."
This guy dressed as a woman.
Yeah.
For the sake of not going to prison.
Yeah, and to
For life.
avoid the questioning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he moves to Galveston, and he kills his neighbor, Morris Black.
Yeah.
So he kills him, and then he goes to Pennsylvania, and he's in a supermarket, and they caught him when he was trying to shoplift a chicken salad sandwich, a Band-Aid, which he took out of the box and put under his nose, and he stole a newspaper, even though he had $500 in his pocket.
So he stole all this stuff, yet he could have just bought it. Is
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So in 2003, he was on trial for the murder of Morris Black, and he admitted that he dismembered his body using a paring knife, 2 saws, and an axe. So it sounds a little overkill to me.
He admitted?
He admitted, yeah. He said that during the trial.
Okay.
But what he did was he removed the head from the river that he dumped the body in. So ultimately they couldn't prove that he murdered Black because his lawyers like played it up like it was self-defense basically. So he got away with that.
Okay.
So he was acquitted for murder, and he ended up getting arrested in 2004 for tampering with evidence, but that wasn't related to that. It's confusing. But to get into the story furthermore, in 2012 he got arrested for trespassing on his brother's and other family members' houses who had restraining orders out against him. So this creepy guy is just going around to their houses, and he's just like looking at the camera, and he's just like going around and being weird.
That is strange.
Typical Robert Durst fashion.
So his own family doesn't like him anymore. He's just an enemy to everyone.
Oh yeah, well his brother came out like a couple days ago. He was like, "Yeah, I'm glad he got arrested. Like he deserved it."
Awesome.
Yeah, and he had like a whole legal battle with them about the real estate because he's a multimillionaire, like a real estate company, and he got into a big fight with them over the real estate stuff. So that's why they took out restraining orders against him. So in July 2014, he got naked in a Houston CVS and urinated all over a rack of candy.
Say that again?
He got naked and urinated all over a rack of candy.
This man stripped down to nothing and pulled out his little you-know-what and urinated in candy, on candy.
Yeah, I mean, he really soiled it.
Oh my god. How long have you been waiting to use that?
A while.
Oh my god. He soiled it.
So he proceeded to leave the store casually and walk down the street naked, as you do after you piss on some candy.
Yeah.
So his lawyers are like, yeah, it was an unfortunate medical mishap, which is really ironic considering it's a CVS.
Yeah. Wow.
This guy's crazy.
This guy is definitely crazy.
So last Saturday, he was arrested in New Orleans for first-degree murder of Susan Berman. And later that day, the Louisiana State Police Department charged him with felony possession of a weapon and felony possession of a firearm with a controlled substance.
Okay.
So if he is found guilty, he could face life in prison for his crimes in New Orleans and the death penalty in California.
I think he deserves that, to
Yeah.
a certain degree.
So what they found on him was a .38 caliber Smith & Wesson, 5 ounces of marijuana, a full-face latex mask, $42,631 exactly, his birth certificate, passport, and a fake Texas ID.
Yeah, this man, wow, he's got a lot, but he definitely deserves to go down.
Yeah. So there's an interesting dynamic to this whole story. So an interview was conducted by The Jinx, which is basically a miniseries on HBO documenting a lot of the murders he committed. And the interview was released in the series finale, which aired on Sunday. During a break in the interview, Durst goes into the bathroom and he starts mumbling to himself. He says, "and the burping." And he's burping because he's lying, and that's like his nervous tick. Like, you know, people have nervous ticks, like they blink their eyes or something like that kind of gives away that they're lying. And then it ends with him saying, "I killed them all, of course." And then the show ends. And his lawyer said not to read too far into it.
That can mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, I killed them all. I mean, that could totally mean...
Maybe he was talking about going to the zoo or something.
Exactly. So, we don't know what that means. So, the interesting part about that is it's believed that that interview could have taken place in April 2012, and the producers had this evidence the whole time, but chose to hold on to it until Sunday for the sake of the show.
Oh.
So what do you think about that? It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
That's an interesting theory.
So people think that they have had this evidence for a long time and chose to save it to basically release it for the show. And people say it's convenient because he was arrested Saturday and then this aired Sunday.
That is a little too convenient, yeah.
So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of crazy. So
definitely interesting.
It is very interesting because I was looking into it and no one really knows exactly when that interview was conducted.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw April 2012, August 2013.
Oh, yeah.
But still, they've had this evidence for a long time, and they could have helped to get Robert arrested a while ago.
Something's up with that, yeah.
But interestingly, the reason why he agreed to do the interview, the first time he got interviewed twice for the show. So for the first time, he agreed because he basically wanted to clear his name.
Yeah.
Because he had never actually been found guilty of murder. So
yeah.
he wanted to go on the show and do the interview to say, you know, I didn't murder anyone and this and that. And the second time, he only went on the show because they had evidence related to that 2012 thing I was talking about in the trespassing. They supposedly had footage that was going to help him, you know, kind of get out of that situation.
Yeah.
So that's why he agreed to go on the show the second time. And, like, he went on the show, he started, like, burping profusely because that's, like, his kind of tick.
Yeah.
But what's so interesting about Robert Durst is that they have all kinds of footage of him, like, talking to himself because he repeats these lies over and over to himself until he believes it to be true. And that's why he's so good at lying, because he makes himself believe his lies. He's really wrapped up in what he tells you. It's really fascinating.
That is pretty interesting, yeah.
I recommend, if you aren't too bad with chills, that you watch the interview. It's on YouTube. It's about 2 minutes. Not the interview, the part where he goes into the bathroom. He's super weird. Like, he's like, "Oh, I'm going into the bathroom."
I'm going to the CVS to pee.
Yeah, right.
I'll be back.
So, yeah, it's just super interesting. So, I mean, I'm going to try and find The Jinx online. I couldn't find it anywhere, but I really want to watch it because it seems very interesting. But
yeah,
you can lead us into our Modern Warfare 2 news.
Modern Warfare 2. This is the Call of Duty I first started playing. I love this game so much, and there are rumors now that they might create a remastered edition and release it for the next-gen consoles. And I think that is fantastic.
I agree. I would definitely play it.
And you said before, they would probably do things like make the textures look better and whatnot and fix the glitches.
Yeah, that would be ideal. And they rehired the lead multiplayer level designer from Modern Warfare 2.
Which is a pretty good sign.
Yeah, it doesn't say that we're definitely going to do it. But it says, you know, at the very least, we're going to try and make a game that looks and plays like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, it's either going to be a remastered edition or something similar.
Personally, if I was going to get a remastered edition, I'd like them to do all the Call of Duties that were on last gen, starting from, like, Call of Duty 4. Think about how amazing that would be.
Yeah, I would like that too.
If they remastered all of the Modern Warfares, all the Black Ops, and World at War.
I would actually like that a lot, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But
that's a lot of work. Well, is it a lot of work? I don't really know.
I think the biggest work would be trying to get all the hacks, like, because those are all bugs in the game that when they remastered the game, they'd have to find a way to get rid of.
Yeah, you just gotta patch it somehow.
I mean, would you certainly buy a game like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I could guarantee, like, here's $100. Like,
Just take my money.
Yeah.
Right now.
So they have over 150,000 signatures on this change.org petition asking for the remastered edition. So, do you think it's actually going to happen, or?
Well, it's possible. Like I said before, it's either going to be that or something similar to it.
Yeah, but this year is Treyarch. So, I'm not expecting Modern Warfare 2 Remastered on a Treyarch year.
No, it's not going to happen.
What some people are saying that it might be a mid-season release. So basically, like,
I don't think that's going to happen.
halfway between. I mean, that would be cool as like a bridge between the games. Like, release it like 6 months into the year.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, it probably won't, but it'd be cool because like Call of Duty dies like after 6 months, and it's like, imagine we had Modern Warfare 2 Remastered to play for 6 months until the new Call of Duty came out.
I'd play that a little bit more than 6 months.
Yeah, probably, but I don't know. I just think it would be something cool that they could do.
Definitely, yeah.
So,
If they did it, yeah, no, that'd be amazing.
oh yeah, here, take my $60. I'll give you 100 if you want it. I'll give you all my possessions.
I'll take 3.
Yeah, right.
For no reason.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching the M&M podcast. If you like this podcast, leave a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button. Anything else you would like to say?
If you hear toilets flushing in the background continuously, that's our sweet mate who doesn't know how to use the bathroom correctly and has to flush 30 times. Luckily, we said piss. Like the 2 times we said piss before, he flushed. I'm not cutting that out. That's fantastic.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Piss out.